your goal is not in her.
Welcome to another episode of Geek-A-Tech. So, today we are going to talk about a very basic but very important topic about software testing. We need to understand the importance of software testing, and this topic is very important not only for the freshers who are just starting their career in software testing, but also for the entrepreneurs who are just launched their IT companies, because I saw there are many IT companies, they don't have software testing departments, they don't have software testing teams. So they have to face quite many challenges when they are working in software development area. Whether your company is a product based company or a service based company, software testing works equally important in both of these scenarios. So today we are going to discuss the basics points that why software testing is important, and this question is pretty much important for the uh, freshers also, because whenever they are going for the interviews, this is a very basic and very important question they been asked. So let's talk about the points one by one. Okay, so the first point is quality. So why quality matters? As we know that quality matters a lot in each and every stuff, even our daily routine work, uh, whether we are going to buy a car, whether we are going to buy some grocery, or we are going to build a house, whatsoever we are doing, we need quality. So software testing ensures the quality of product, which is very important for any software or application or software product. Because if we are not going to provide a proper quality in our application, then we might lose the customers, we might lose the users. As you know that there we saw in our daily life that there are some of the websites working crazily fine, but some are most of the times get down, they are not responding properly well, they don't have that much quality. Even on looking on the UI also, they're not that attractive, that much responsive. So we saw that customers shift from one application to another applications, because we saw that for same purpose we have different applications which are providing the same characteristics, but still one application, X application, has more user rather than the Y application, because the X application provides more quality, more uh, quality to the users, in terms of accessibility, in terms of the characteristics which they are provides, in terms of seamlessness, in terms of resilience. So it software testing provides, it ensures the quality of your product, which is very important. uh, we know that the development is also very important, but we can make a development process more seamless if we can ensure the quality. So as we know that we have a different phases of software testing. We can do the software testing iterative basis, we can do in V model, agile model, scrum model, whatever models we are going to talk about. But the end goal is, the bottom line is to ensure the quality of the product, which is a very critical part for any software application. So the second part is cost. As we know that the cost is a very important factor for any of the software applications. We don't want to increase the cost of the software product, because if the cost increases, then margins comes under the pressure, profits come under the pressure, and it's not good for the business. So, and why cost getting impacted because of software testing? Because if we are not testing our application, and we find the defects, and we encounter the issues in production or in the later stage of the software development cycle, then it's very costly, because you have to change so many things in your application. You have to redeploy, you have to you have to make changes at various levels. But if you are doing software testing, or if you're testing your product on continuous basis, on different level or different point of the software development stages, then it will reduce the cost because you will identify the defects quite early. There's many of the time what is happening when the QAs are discussing scenarios with the developers or with the product owners, they identify few of the scenarios which is not we, which we can consider are very critical, and those are might be the negative scenarios, but they might crash this application also. So even at the time of discussions also, you will find few of the issues which is highlighted by the QA in the discussion phase, because the developers has a very different mindset, software testers have a very different mindset for a particular application, for the same application, for the same requirements. So we need the fresh brains to identify the mistakes or to the potential mistakes, so which will uh, in future decrease the cost of the application, or to the, or we can say the cost of the development of the application. Okay, so this is the another very important point to understand for the software testing importance. Now the third, and it is also very important, which is trust and satisfaction. So trust and satisfaction is a very key, uh, we can say a pillar of of any product. It's an intangible thing, but it's the most important thing. If we how we can earn the trust and satisfaction of our customers or any user who is using the application, it's only because when your application is more reliable, okay, it's more seamlessly work, then we can earn the trust and the satisfaction of the customers. Suppose we have one of the payment application where we are providing in users to use our payment gateway, and if our application is properly tested, properly cover the scenarios and all those stuff, then and when the user is going to use that particular payment gateway, then and everything works seamlessly, transaction goes fine, there is no delay, no lagging of anything, no crash in between. Okay, and so this give a trust to the user. Okay, now whenever I have to buy certain things, if I am using this application, then I can seamlessly enter my details. It's never hang, it is very quick response. Even if I have some delay or lagging in my internet connection, still applications behave well. So it's create the trust and satisfaction between the customers. So this is the why, by by gaining the trust and satisfaction, you will get the customer retention, customer loyalty also. So it's a very important factor to understand, and which can only be achieved by if we are doing the testing properly in different phases. Also we know that there is another important point, which is security. So how security come into the picture in case of software testing? Because if our applications are vulnerable, if we don't test them, okay, then we might encounter some vulnerabilities in production, which is not good for the application. Hackers might hack your application, they might get the user data, and your application might be compromised. So if we perform proper testing, security testing is also a very big concept for the applications, especially in case where the finance is involved. So security testing will be pretty important in such cases. So security for your application is must. If your application is more secure, then you can trust you can gain the trust and satisfaction of your customer easily. If you are not attacked by the hackers, or in case you are attacked by the hackers but your application is working fine seamlessly, then you will get the trust of your customers, that okay, we are using this application, it's very safe, we can provide our, when we are entering our financial details, those are not getting be hacked by someone else, that those are not be uh, mismanaged. Okay, so these all things create trust and satisfaction between the users. So that's the biggest reason. And the fifth point which I'm going to talk about, there are so many other points also which we can talk about software testing importance, but I am going to today talk about the five very basics and very very important point about the software testing. So the fifth one is scalability. So what do you understand by the scalability? So it's very very this point is not only impact the customers, but it is very very required for the application its own, for the application. How? Because once we test the scalability, because when we test our application, then we come to know that how much we can scale our application, or what level, what are the limitations of our application, how we can overcome with them, and how we can scale our application, how we can make it more seamless, more resilient, how we can suppose might be our application support 100 or 1000 users only, but if we know from the testing, we can, by performing the performance testing and all those stuffs, which is another very big area in software testing. So when we do load testing, we do stress testing, we do performance testing, then we come to know, okay, now this is how our application behave under certain amount of the traffic, but we can scale it to multiple times. So what things we can improve, how we can improve, how we can use our coding standards, or we can apply new stuff in our application. So right now, suppose an example, if our application is able to handle 1000 users, but when we perform the performance testing, stress testing, load testing, then we can know that, okay, yes, it is breaking on 1000 users, but if we improve those areas, then it might scalable to 10,000 users. Okay, so it is in benefit of its own for the application, for the company. Okay, so this is all the 5 points, basic points, which I want to talk about today uh, for the software testing. And if you're new to my channel, please do like and share and subscribe to my channel. If and you are already a subscriber, viewer, then thanks very much for your support. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make more videos. I know I'm not that much frequently releasing the videos, but in upcoming months I will try to release every second or the fourth Saturday of the month with new topics. And if you want me to make new videos on certain topics, if you want to discuss and you want that I should make a video for that, then you can suggest me in the comments. Okay, so thank you, thanks a lot.